Welcome to the Huddles Roundtable, and let me jump right on into the mission statement. Our mission statement is to enhance, empower, and encourage men to meet their full potential, utilizing their gifts, talents, and abilities to positively impact their community and future generations. We pledge to develop men into their attendant roles as fathers, husbands, leaders, teachers, and productive citizens in society. Today with me is Brother Reg.
What's going on, world?
Morning, Reg.
And also everybody's favorite, my main man. He comes into the room with his own theme music.
Boom.
Brother Barry.
Good morning.
All right. Now, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. A lot of stuff has been going on.
A hodgepodge of subjects.
Yes. And it's I don't know if y'all seen the gentleman that was walking and the guy ran down on him. And he said, "You in the wrong neighborhood."
The drill sergeant dude.
Yeah. And then he had 100 people show up at his house.
It's crazy out here.
It was way more than 100 people.
Way more. They had a marching band out in front of his house. I know the neighbors is mad.
He's like, "Yo, why'd you call that commotion?"
That was a bad idea. They had his address posted.
Yeah. Be careful how you make mad.
Yeah.
And the kid lived there too. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
I live around. He's like, I don't have to tell you where, but I live here. Like, I literally live here. Like, I've been here all my life. Like, I never seen you before.
Some people is just mad at the world, man, and they ain't hiding it no more.
Right.
No.
It's wild, man.
But it's coming with consequences.
Yeah. You're right. And even with the consequences, people are still doing it. So I think they don't care about the consequences.
Or they haven't. Oh man.
Well, some folks, they feel as though, like, I guess because he used that military mindset, like, I ain't gonna be touched. I work for the government. Blah 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 blah.
That's what I mean. They don't care.
And
They think they're above the law or privileged to act as such.
yeah.
Some people feel that way. I mean, I'm gonna give you an example. Right when they was given the verdict of the George Floyd, they still in the same county, like 10 miles, killing some more black people. Like, that ain't gonna affect me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, yeah, it is.
I mean, it just don't. It's not connected. It's not. So I like, they don't care. They don't care. And then right after that, they go on. It's been like at least 3 or 4 questionable, like scratching your head shootings this week.
Yep.
This week alone.
We got the young girl, the 16-year-old girl in Ohio.
In Ohio, the little boy that threw the gun down and put his hands up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The dude that they came to arrest for a drug warrant and got in the car and tried to get away, but they shot him all up in the back. That's what I'm hearing. I don't hear all the. They won't release the footage. That's scratching my head on that one. But
on that part, my thing is like, if
Which one?
he is in, I heard that one too. If he's in the back seat, how's he gonna try to escape?
I don't know. They won't release the footage. If it was all done according to the book, like, release the footage. That's like Ohio thought they was right because the girl had a knife, and then on the surface that looks like what that cop was supposed to do. So they released that footage right away because they thought they buttons and ducks was in a row.
Was in a row, absolutely.
But when you hear the whole story, she was defending her ground.
So it was a stand your ground situation, right?
And Ohio has that law.
They have that law. When does the stand your ground victim, right, become, let's say somebody comes into my house,
right,
yeah. And I get the upper hand on them.
Okay, I'm now for me studying law.
I was the victim.
Yeah.
Right now, if the cops were called and I got the upper hand on them, and the cops come in while I got the upper hand, I'm going to be.
Are you the aggressor?
Yes.
I'm gonna use the Trayvon Martin case as a precedent.
Let's go.
Got it.
As long as you feel threatened,
right,
you're still the victim because he killed that man with Skittles and the orange juice, and he still thought he was being threatened. So they went by that, and he was found innocent. So as long as you feel threatened, I don't care how much you're winning.
But you also have to have a witness too, because I was watching a scenario.
Was there a witness at Trayvon Martin?
No.
Okay, then you don't need one.
But hold on. I was watching, but look, I'm gonna tell you this quick story. I was watching a scenario. It was a real life scenario. I seen it on IG and I was watching it. It was these two couples. Mm-hmm. They were doing some, like, I guess it was like some type of loan and money of getting for their food truck and everything and all that. So I was sitting there watching. I was like, all right, okay. So they went to go meet with the guy to do the money and do this and that. In some type of case, I guess he was spazzing out. He was doing this and he was like going off on them. And like the lady felt uncomfortable. So she told her husband, she's like, can you just come here and just make sure, like, I mean, bringing a male there to like make sure everything goes right in the corner, because you're unsafe. I mean, you don't feel uncomfortable. So I guess a gun was in the presence of the other guy. So he uses the gun. Well, I guess he was getting ready to put the gun, and like the black dude seen it, like her husband seen it, clear as day.
Right.
So I mean, like in that situation, I don't know where their environment. I don't think that it was in their home. I think it was just one of those secluded areas where like they're meeting to do business there and do stuff like that. Now, you
don't have to be home to stand your ground.
Now, now in that guy's defense, he stopped him from using the gun because he didn't know what he was gonna do. So he stopped him, but he didn't beat him up. He didn't shoot him. He took the gun and everything, held him down, pinned him down, make sure everything was all right. Now, he told his wife, call the cops, and she was on the phone with them the whole entire time. Mm-hmm. So as that happened, we're going to skip the rest of the part. Cops get there. The first thing she did, she said, please, before I let you in here and do this and that, she's like, please, he's just doing please do not kill my husband. That was the first thing she said. And he was in stand your ground mode. Mm-hmm. But he didn't have the weapon. And you can clearly hear it on the phone that the guy has the gun. She's like, my husband's trying to detain him and stop and this and that. But being the fact that because of what's going on, she didn't want to take no chances of them cops shooting at him. Right. So I mean, like you said, in the house, like you said, TJ, if you're in the house and that happens, I mean, worst comes to worst. I mean,
so they shoot him?
I hope they don't. The worst come to worst, they probably like detain you or whatever. I mean, because that's what they kind of did with my man. They detained him just a little bit, but then he was just like, no.
Is this
this was on
add your old ending?
No, this was on IG. Like I watched it on IG, and I was just sitting there like,
I'm gonna add something to this. All right,
okay.
Because you keep going. All right, the couple that was in jeopardy, the woman that was on the phone,
right?
Was they black?
Oh yeah.
See, that's the problem.
Clear as day.
A white dude with the gun, the cops wouldn't question it. Just like Zimmerman, he still had his gun. I'm going back to that because there was no witnesses.
None.
It was just, he gave his word, and his testimony was he was a suspicious dude, and he felt threatened. It was a stand your ground law in Florida, and they stood by that. And it was only his testimony. Trayvon Martin couldn't testify that his relatives was in that neighborhood, and all he had was some Skittles and something to drink, and he was on his way home. So only testimony they had was Andrew Zimmerman's, and he threatened that he was scared to death. They had a scuffle, and he tried to say this young boy was whooping his butt out there, and he had to kill him. So you don't need no witness.
No.
And when the cops got there, he still had the gun. So they don't come up with the scared of the man with the gun. It's the color, brother.
Well, because he's black.
There you
He's
go.
gonna need that witness.
So they came up on that. They came up on that young girl with the knife, and she black. She's the threat, and they didn't ask no questions and shot
4 times.
4 times.
I seen the video.
4 times.
What?
But listen, so let's go back before the police were called, right?
Oh, I'm gonna go. Oh! I got some more on that. All right. Do you know there was 2 calls? If you listen to the 2 calls, the first call is the young girl herself calling for the police,
right?
And she's in a frantic young girl mode, a 16-year-old, typical scared,
screaming,
trying to can't give information straight. You hear Straight up chaos in the background. That's her foster mom fighting with the 20-year-old and the other girls trying to keep them out of her house. You can hear the background. So finally, the phone hangs up, and then the mom calls the police in a calmer adult voice, and you hear in the background where the young girl now she's trying to hold them off. And then she says, oh, no, never mind. The cops are here. And then when the cops get there, they didn't ask no questions. They got out and just killed the girl. You can hear it all on tape.
So you think that's the dispatcher's fault, or
I think it's the condition of these cops scared of black
Okay.
people fault.
Listen, I'm not going to argue with you with
telling
that.
you.
I mean, shit.
That's a common denominator and thread in all these cases.
Yeah, it is
Listen,
a common denominator. You can't deny it.
There's several videos.
Yeah.
There's several videos on the internet surfacing where there's a white dude named Jerry. I don't even know his name.
When he got in that vehicle and everything.
And he beat the mess out of a female officer and a male officer with their nightstick. And they had the woman's video in it. Stop, Jerry, stop. Don't do that, Jerry. And he gets in the cop car and the woman just looks at it. They don't shoot him. And he's beating the mess out of him and threatening almost run him over with their car. There's another video where cop is hanging on the
truck.
Off,
And
they don't shoot him.
Right.
But let a black dude just go for his wallet or something, and he's a threat. They scared of the blackness.
Now, all right. Now, since we on that subject,
we're gonna stay on that.
Yeah, since we on that subject, like when he said with the vehicle and everything. Now, the kid that was 20 years old, that got killed by that female cop.
Yeah.
Now,
do you got his name?
Speak on it. Derek Wright.
Yeah, Derek.
There we go.
Now, I looked at the video, and it was a lot that was going on through my whole mind. And it was just like, I said, I wanted to pick a side, and I was just like, you know what? In this situation right here, it's way more wrong than there is right.
First of all, for a temporary tag, why is handcuffs? You get a ticket.
That's what I thought.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That too. And
why is all this involved?
And like I had to, because like a lot of people asked me, they said, well, you be like to speak on stuff. I said, look, I got to look deeper into this because this is all wrong. Like everything about this whole thing is all wrong. Now, it's one thing I can say about the young man. Now, I think in how the way I looked at this part, like sometimes I don't think he should have just like he should have put his pride aside and just be like, look, all right, just try to cooperate and just try to follow. By him being a little bit prideful and being a little bit forceful and then try to dash back in the car and dip on off, you kind of put yourself in a bad situation now because now when you in the motion of fleeing, those cops in their mind is looking like, all right, what's he getting ready to do? We don't know what he's getting ready to do. So that was bad mistake on his part. Now the female. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. 25 years on the force. You mean to tell me you can't tell the difference between a taser and a gun?
She knew what she had.
Like, come on now. Like that's like the whole thing was all bad from the get go.
She knew what she had.
So,
in defense of the young man trying to get away.
yeah.
In this climate, it's like a gazelle with a lion. You see a lion and you got you cornered. It's flight or fright. And most cops is killing people. And young people has got just like young people are scared of the vaccine right now. Like grown adults know that it's nothing to be afraid of and go. Young people is definitely in their mind afraid to go get this vaccine because Bill Gates got trackers in it, or you gonna grow a third eye, whatever reason, but their mindset is not mature enough to grasp. So when you come down there, he getting this bombard of information of cops killing black people, systemically killing black. That's in their head also. So now they surrounded by cops pulling out, where y'all at with guns and all that. And now the first chance he got, he running. I ran from the cops when I was young. I'm telling you. It's the truth.
But see, times, I ain't gonna lie to you, times were told.
So now the cops' first reflex shouldn't be to shoot to kill.
Right.
They're trained. The young man is not trained. He don't encounter police every day, but the cops counter people every day.
Some of them are actually looking to do that though too.
That's
like,
right. They're trained.
Some of them have their intentions on doing that too as well.
That's true.
Right. So what Now, there's a lot of stuff going on around defunding the police.
Nah, we don't need to defund.
We don't need to defund them. No,
I'm not a fan of that. Neither.
No,
And
not at all.
There's been
I
talks.
think they marketing that wrong. I understand what they mean, but they need a better marketing strategy.
Yeah, like
And
defunding
then
the
there's,
police.
then there's talks about maybe not all police officers need guns.
Yeah. Well, and maybe they don't have to be the first responders on certain situations.
Yes, and that's what was being said too.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, I
maybe
agree
they
with that.
don't have to be the first responders.
So who do you think should be the
Depending
first
on
response?
depending
All
on
right,
the
if
situation.
you call 911, they get general information, and they should call this, that, or third.
Right.
And that's who they dispatch.
Because you do got two
Because
types of
if your
officers.
house is on fire,
They
you
call
don't
the,
want
they
to.
don't send the police department.
You don't
They-
want to see the police
'cause
there first.
You call 911 and call, and you call the
fire
same. Listen, you
department.
got a valid point. You call the same 911
Right.
when your house is on fire. They don't send the state police. They send the fire department.
Right.
So if I call
Right.
911 and tell Brother Reg is having a mental problem, don't send the police. Send me some paramedics with some psychiatric help.
I don't know why the police are the first ones to
Yeah,
respond.
yeah, I'm telling you.
on that. I'm
And,
like, they
and he
can't help you in that situation.
and then they do. They well, hey, we got a little domestic problem, and they send two rookies fresh out of the academy to come check it out. And they gun. Hey, we gonna come on, bro. Let's go. You know what I mean?
You right. Like I'm starting to see a lot of these. Like, but then again, some of these rookies are actually what I wish I could say what I want to say on here. I'm not gonna curse on here, but I want to
Please
say
don't. Please don't.
these jackasses like cops. Like you got some veteran
Okay.
cops that's just
That's worse than the rookies.
are worse than the rookies. And I'm sitting there like, well, wait a minute. You got like 30 years on the force. If you trying to mentoring this rookie that just got here and he's your partner, you taking him under the ropes. I'm like, look, you got to really teach him like what's really going on. Like, don't teach him
Bad habits.
habits or what you're doing now.
Don't be Denzel Washington.
Yeah, don't like don't-
Traded day.
Yeah. Oh man,
That's a perfect example of what cop not to be.
but like the guy, like yo, but Jake knew what he was doing though.
He was
But
cool.
yeah, but Jake,
Everybody loved
but Jake knew he was
Alonzo.
doing though. Jake knew was like, wait a minute, hey bro, this ain't right here. Like, yo,
But
what
he
you
was stuck
doing,
for a
bro?
minute though.
Like, because he was caught in the corner where like, all right, I got the badge. It's always I gotta protect the guys in blue. But then again, some of the guys in blue is doing bad
Crazy
stuff. Like,
stuff.
wait a minute, like now you gotta put your neck on the line too.
Yeah.
Like you like either okay, I do this
or do I do that?
or I do that.
Did you see the other video?
Which one?
Now, why we talking about the videos? Because
Which one we talking
They
about?
got a
A lot of
video.
videos going on.
They got a video of a couple cops
Okay.
who happen to have a white victim handcuffed,
Okay.
and one cop decides to start punching her in the face.
Ooh.
Oh, this is fresh. And then the other two cops intervene,
They stopped it.
and they stopped it. Oh. Oh, I know. Now, is this because of the current environment and these other cops with Floyd, George Floyd is getting ready to go on trial, or because the victim was white? You be the judge. But they intervened, and he was hooking her. She was handcuffed, and he got two of them off straight up, boom, boom, and they jumped in him. Oh no, you can't do that
On a woman.
on a woman
That was already.
handcuffed. All on video.
You know what would be nice to see though, if we get it, if we have an opportunity, because you know she's gonna file something.
Oh, she got
what?
her. She's oh man, ooh.
I would like to see the punishment given to that officer.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be
Would-
fired in the fine.
Would that be
Now he need to be charged, so he
Yeah.
can't be a cop again.
How
See,
s-
fire is not good enough
right?
because he can go to
He
another
can
town
go to another town.
and become a cop again.
There's no network where bad police officers,
Or exposed,
Yes.
and like a Megan's List or something.
something like that,
Yeah.
or
yeah.
same thing they do if you had a felony
or if you're a
and they
pedophile.
run your
You know
background
what I
check.
mean? Yeah, if you're a pedophilia, you know they put it like, yeah, you'll beware this man. Yeah.
Right.
Now, they need to do that with cops.
Yes.
So he can't go from town to town.
Now this is something that I've read is that the lawsuits that are won
Yeah.
should be taken out of the police pension fund.
Definitely. And then other police
Okay.
would
I
stop.
agree
Yes,
with you on
and
that
you
one.
would have the peer-to-peer
Yep.
policing.
Yep. Exactly.
Totally
And
agree.
they the ones that can fix this.
Yep.
They the ones that can fix
Because
this.
that's the only ones they're gonna listen to.
Yep. Because otherwise the money's coming out of the taxpayer. We're paying our own.
Yep.
Our own. You know, what I mean, it's coming out of our own pockets.
Yeah. And where that money could be used for something else.
Taxpayer money.
Yeah. Inside the community, but the cities are being sued, the municipalities are being sued, and they're
That's a biggie there. That's a biggie. Let that money come out of the police union.
But I wonder how you would be able to set that up. Because we all know.
The government can seize any money they want.
They
They go right in that pension bank and take that money and grab it, just like they do me and you.
They do.
I'm telling you, just like they do me and you.
Give it to me.
Yeah, take
Today's
it.
the
They
day.
ain't gotta say it. They just come and see the minus on there. Whoa, wait a minute. That's it. Stop your boy from doing wrong.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I
only
mean?
get one chance.
Yeah.
We're going to hit everybody.
Yep.
Everybody.
Hey,
together.
I bet you'll find results.
Overnight.
I guarantee you'll see
Overnight.
results.
They also say that I think I read, well, I think I heard, I overheard, just listening to the news, that that county in Ohio has one of the highest police violence rates.
Really?
Maybe. I ain't heard that, but it probably do.
Hey,
I wouldn't doubt it.
it's crazy out there, man. It's crazy. And I really want to know, why would those grown women coming over there to fight?
That's
And they,
Well, that's
That's
a
what we
whole
need
that's
to
a
know.
whole nother, because the girl was a ward of the state.
right.
So she, in a number of ways, her immediate people got a case against the state because they failed her.
To protect her.
They failed to protect her. You took her from me and placed her in more danger till she's dead now. You tell
Right.
me they don't have a case.
I'm not a lawyer, but
They were supposed to be protected. That's why she's in that home.
right.
Because they took her out of one home because supposedly
because she
was
wasn't
in a good environment.
right in a
It
good
was-
environment.
So now she's dead. I don't know.
I don't know neither.
I think somebody need to answer some questions.
Definitely, there's going to be a lot of questions being.
Somebody need to answer some questions.
and you are protected by the state. So
Yes, sir. You're a ward of the state.
Yup.
Yup.
So therefore, since that happened, someone got the answer.
Yeah.
to
Again, that's
someone
gonna
about
be-
that.
taxpayers' money.
Yep.
again.
More taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I hate to pit, the life and profits or money together, because they don't equal, right? But that's the only way sometimes people listen to things.
Yeah. You right.
I'm kind of glad that my man got prosecuted and found guilty, because if he didn't, they was gonna get ready to tear that whole city up once
Listen,
again.
they were preparing more than what in the state capitol.
Yeah.
And they got way more information on the state capitol one
Than this here.
than that. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm more upset that people was looking for a different verdict. You know what I mean? Like, what other verdict was you expecting?
Exactly. Like, that's what got me right
Yeah,
there.
I'm like-
That is true. That is true.
I mean, did you see the same evidence that I
Like-
see?
what cracked me up was the Lord. He said, well, how can you sit there and justify that this is considered as a manslaughter or murder where he's actually talking? How can you say you can't breathe but you're talking? And I'm sitting there looking at this lawyer like I wanted to go through the screen and be like, all right, let me choke you and let's see how that feels. Oh, I can't breathe. Nah, you can talk, right? I'm still choking you, right? I really wanted to see. I'm like, bro, he using every energy that he has or whatever type of life that he has left to look, bro, yo, come on, you tripping. Let me.
That what's the name doctor they had? He was the best they had.
Oh, yeah.
He said my man was trying to breathe through his hands. Can you imagine that? He said that's how distressed he was.
Stress,
Yeah, he was trying to breathe through the
He
left
was
hand.
trying to find some type of oxygen, man,
through
to
his hands.
through his hands to try to live, bro.
Yeah, that's
to fight
graphic.
him off.
boy.
Be like, look,
That's
bro.
graphic. boy. And he pinpointed his last breath when his life left his body. To the jury was left there with their mouth open. They did when I heard the verdict was that fast, I already knew it was guilty because I know how that system operates.
Right.
The longer the deliberation, the more chance you have of a not
Because
guilty.
people are
Yeah.
Debating it.
And I knew it wasn't gonna be no mistrial because the judge already had that, so they were gonna just send him back. You know what I mean? But that quick, guilty.
And it goes for his sentences, I think June
the
16th.
16th.
June 16th.
I don't know why they waiting that long.
Isn't it?
Right.
June 16th.
Why is
June
they waiting
16th.
that long?
Isn't there something like a special day on June 16th or something like
June
that?
19th.
19.
19? Okay. But I know it's something else on. I know June 19th, but
And
I
in
know it's
some-
something
and in
else
some-
on June 16th.
Yeah,
though.
Juneteenth. In some states, it's considered to be a holiday.
It's gonna be a national holiday.
Eventually, hopefully.
I'm gonna see to it. You
My
heard,
man.
you heard it here first.
It's
I-
gonna
I'm-
be-
it's gonna be a national holiday.
But then you gotta get the jobs hooked up to make
We're
it
gonna do
a
it.
paid,
Listen, I'm working on it.
a paid
I'm working
national
on it.
holiday.
It's gonna be a holiday.
Oh, my
You heard
man.
it here first.
I love it. I love it. Make it happen, Captain. You got it. You got it. You just gotta. It's hard. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard. And I'm a firm believer that you gotta have the talk with your kids at a younger age.
Yeah. We got. If we don't know, you don't know.
Yeah. You gotta have that type of conversation. And so it's different viewpoints on this. But for me, I am a survive the encounter type.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Comply in the situation.
Right. And then,
That's me.
And then
And
regroup.
then regroup.
I got you.
Because you
That's the
can't
best strategy.
you can't regroup when you're dead.
No,
People will regroup for you,
but you ain't regrouping.
but
nothing.
you're not regrouping anything.
Big facts.
You done.
Right. And some people disagree with that.
That's how they want to be martyred.
I just, as a people, we got to start to organize,
Mm-hmm.
strategize, and then mobilize.
And prioritize.
Yes, we have to get that together. And we also got to start building a financial base.
Facts.
Man, that is so difficult with our people.
I know, but we're the world's largest consumer.
We got loot, but
We got the money.
We're afraid to trust. We're afraid to trust.
But Brother Barry, I think
Afraid to
that
trust.
if we started in our own homes, right?
We're afraid to trust there.
I know.
Man, I got to put my money in the sock
You're
drawer.
right. But we have to start in our own homes, in our own communities. And I'm just a firm believer of once you start it and get it operating and rolling in your community, it will start to spread to other
We
communities.
got, the collective bargaining power we have together is immense.
$1.3 trillion
If
in
we
spending.
figure it out, if we could just and get a glimpse of what that's like.
The world's largest,
Ooh.
the United States' largest consumer.
Ooh.
I think the black dollar stays in the black community a few hours.
We don't save nothing. We are the consumer.
Yes.
We buy rims.
Yes.
We buy all the Jordans.
Yes.
All the bling, the drip as you call it.
Yes. Yes.
All the latest fashions.
Yes.
All the Rodeo Drive, Gucci, and Prada bags and all that fake and real ones. We buy them all.
Stuff we can't even pronounce.
Yeah,
but yes.
we buy them. All the colognes and stuff,
Yes.
we buy them. Yep, you right.
The world's largest consumer.
And we could just put that money to use, boy. Ooh,
We can build a lot of stuff.
man.
We can build organizations. We can do a lot.
But see, this is the problem, though. You got the one person that's willing to do that. Everybody else has to be on board.
Right. You're right. Right. But,
We don't trust.
and that's what it goes to.
We don't trust. We don't trust the people. We don't trust the process. We don't trust.
There has not been any real consequences to killing a unarmed black woman or black man.
This is the first time. This is the first time that I've seen real consequences.
With this George Floyd.
Yeah.
Actually, this is second. If y'all forgot, the one guy that was murdered in his home while he was asleep with the female cop that was
Oh yeah, she
she
did
ran
get
up in
10
there.
years. Yeah.
So this is actually technically the second one.
Second
For 10 years.
Yeah, for life.
There's
That-
people who did lesser stuff who got way more time.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the brother had some sympathy for it, though. That's the only reason why.
And then she got charged with a lesser crime. I think she got charged with manslaughter.
That's what he got. That's what.
No, he got murder, third degree, second degree murder.
Nah, they got him second. They got him.
You talking about the one with the judge got there and hugged the lady?
Yeah, she got charged with one charge of manslaughter. He got charged with three charges.
I thought it was the brother that did that.
Yeah, no, that was the boy's brother.
Yeah,
Can I come over and hug her?
The brother hugged the judge.
No,
it was the brother. The brother hugged the woman.
Yeah, the brother hugged
the female cop.
and then the judge had some other type of sympathy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all whacked up to me. Yeah.
Okay.
I like in that matter. I'm like 10 years. I'm like, she's not even gonna do the whole 10 years.
She's not.
She's gonna do about half of that.
Not even that. A third.
Yeah. So she pretty much just got a slap on the wrist. Like, all right, you're gonna do 18 months. Or maybe 2.5 years. All right, then you out. In less security, too. She's not going in maximum security. She's going somewhere else to where it'd be like, all right, you just do a few months behind bars a little bit, but you get to a little freedom, whatever, and then, okay, you got your halfway house.
And I don't remember her leaving the courtroom in handcuffs. Like
sure enough, didn't. She sure enough didn't.
No.
Again, there's no real consequence to killing an unarmed black man or woman. And as fathers and leaders and productive members of society, the black man, it is definitely our right, and it's our what's the word I'm looking for, Brother Barry? Because what we want to do is make sure that this message gets out, that we have to lead by example.
Yeah.
Right? We have to make sure our kids are set up in the right situation, our families are set up in the right situations, so we can, if something happens to us and we going to come in an encounter with an officer at one point in time in our life.
Right.
How to react in that situation, right? And if things go wrong, to have the network.
Maybe we need to work on that because everybody got the how to act down pat.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to, when things go wrong, a plan B talk. You know what I mean? Because we don't talk about that part too much.
No.
we need a plan B talk.
Things always plan A. Everybody wants to go with plan A.
We comply.
Right.
But all the time, complying don't work.
When things go wrong.
So now what I do?
That is true. That is true. That is definitely going to be a conversation that we definitely got to start having.
I got a cop spitting in my face telling me to get on the ground with a gun out. You know what I mean? I tried to show him my license, and now he angry and escalating. Do I still comply?
Because
right.
You didn't
or do I try to get in my car and drive to get out of here?
You know, that would be a good question for a police officer.
Yep. You know what I mean? So
and I wonder.
So we need some plan B questions or something. You know what I mean?
We might have to go down
that brings back to the 20-year-old. He didn't have a plan B plan. All he knew was to get away.
Right. He wasn't like he wasn't thinking. Yeah. Like, and sometimes in some situations, sometimes you just, I know it's hard for some of us to be like, look, I'm not trying to turn that cheek. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta bite, you just gotta bite that bullet.
No pun intended, but I'm going to say bite the bullet.
Just bite that bullet, and I'm like, look, what's more important, my life, or being very, very prideful? Because sometimes, like they say, pride can get you killed, man.
Listen, these are the type of conversations that we definitely have here at the Huddle. And what we need most is you. We need you to join us. You can definitely hit us up with a DM on Facebook, the Huddle of South Jersey. We are definitely around in the community every Tuesday from 4 to 6. We have our empowerment sessions held at our new place.
Tell them where it's at.
129 West Broadway, Salem, New Jersey, right across the street from the Pat's Pizzeria. And we are up there, the last office. We're in there every Tuesday from 4 to 6. I'd like to thank you for listening. I'd like to also thank my main men for weighing in on this heavy topic. We all have daughters. We all have kids. And we have to do what we have to teach our kids.
Most of all, stay alive, y'all.
Stay alive. And then we got to start working on this plan B. What do we do when things go wrong? And Brother Barry has a serious point on that one. And we got to build our economic base. We got to do a lot of stuff. But one thing, first and foremost, what we have to do is start building trust with one another. Get that beat mentality out of our community.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Until next time, thank you.